So it's the last week of my summer job, which is a little bit sad but a little bit nice because on the one hand, I really love my kids and the people I worked with and I had such a great time, but I'm almost going back to Oregon and I get to see all my friends, so it's kind of turmoil inside of me. Also, I went up a makeup shade, foundation. So now, instead of super pale, I'm just not pale as fuck. So anyways, I wanted to make this video today because I kind of promised it a couple weeks ago and I want to talk about my coworkers. Now, I want you to understand that this video is not trashing my coworkers and it's not one of those jock versus nerd high school kind of relationships, because I'm the nerd, they're the jocks. Like, it was nothing like that. They've been nothing but respectful and kind to me and I've had a great time working with them. But on a purely physical level, like just appearance-wise, I think you just need to understand what I've been through this summer. So I figure the best way to do this is just to go through my coworkers one by one and then go to me. And I think you'll eventually understand where I'm going with this about 2 people in. So first, we have Becca. Becca is about 8 feet tall, blonde, volleyball player, and like gorgeous, She's like the tall blonde model gift from God kind of girl. Then we have Amy, who is our boss's assistant. So she's kind of our immediate boss, and then, we have our boss. And she's not as tall as Becca, but she's got this long brown hair. She's really thin. She's a runner. She played basketball, volleyball. Then we have Megan, who is slightly shorter than the other girls, but she is like an athlete. She's in college on a volleyball scholarship, so volleyball is basically paying her way through college, and you can tell that she did not get that scholarship lightly. Then you have Michaela, who is 16. She's one of the youngest on our staff, blonde, softball player, and is probably a future Becca. She might not be as tall as Becca, but she's a future Becca. And then we have Callie, who is probably about the same height as Amy. She is one of the skinniest people I've ever met, but she's also super in shape because she's a cross-country runner and a track runner, and she is also gorgeous, and everyone is just beautiful on the staff. Let's move to the boys. We've got first Andrew, who is like 8 feet tall like Becca, and although he's a little bit like slimmer than some guys that you expect to be that tall, he is a rock. Like, he is the most athletic person I think I have ever seen. I don't think he's a runner, but he played basketball. He's a football player in college now. He can slam dunk a basketball on like a 10-foot hoop with basically no problems. It's terrifying. It's terrifying how athletic this guy is. And he's also super nice. Like, he's really great with the little kids, which you wouldn't expect from someone like that physically powerful. Then you have Sean, who is not as tall or as outwardly, buff as Andrew, but when he swims at the swimming pool with the kids, he is like the most ripped person I have ever seen. In fact, in explaining his physical fitness to one of my other coworkers, I think I used the word intimidatingly. So yeah, he's intimidatingly fit. It's amazing. Then we have Joe, who is the oldest on our staff. He's 24. He just graduated from college, and he was a football player. He plays basketball. He's tall. He's not as obviously fit as both Andrew and Sean, but he's very obviously powerful. He's great with the little kids, and he's also kind of intimidatingly fit. Then there's Zach, who actually graduated from my high school 2 years after me, so he and my little brother are the same age. He was a football player and basketball player then. I think he played baseball for a while. He's going to college on a football scholarship, and well, there you have it. Then there's Trey, who also graduated the same year as Zach and is also going to the same college, actually, on a football scholarship, but he also played, I think, probably soccer and baseball and football in high school. I'm not sure. There's a long list. Just suffice it to say, there's a long list. And then finally we have Josh, who's our other 16-year-old staff member, and he plays, I think, baseball and football in high school right now, and he's looking into possibly going to college on a baseball scholarship. I think he wants to go to a junior college first to play baseball there. Yeah, so there's that. So that's all my coworkers, all high school and college athletes if they're in college or if they're going to college. They've all played multiple sports. They've been playing sports their entire life, and that hasn't stopped ever for them. They're still playing sports. And then there's me, Brie. Overweight, hasn't played sports in about 6 years, creative writing major, stays in front of the computer for the majority of her free time. Can you see how awkward it must be for me to go to work? It's so weird. It's so weird because it's not that like they make me feel uncomfortable like as people, because they're totally fine. Like we all get along really well, even though it's very obvious that I'm kind of the imposter of the group. But it's just looking at them and then looking at me, it's just, there's a separation. Well, that's about all for this video, so I guess I'll see you guys next Thursday.